Welcome into the Week 10 edition of Final Points here. We got a Frankfurt game going on right now, a little halftime of that one. So thanks for joining us. This is a free edition of Final Points. So this is free to the public. So Discord, you can ask your questions in Discord this week. There was a Final Points tab in that section. And there's also super chats. If you want to ask your questions through that avenue. I don't know exactly what super chats are, but people that are more familiar with Discord will be able to do that. So I am, of course, joined by John Hansen and Graham Barfield. How you doing, John?
Doing well. I got to say, not to give us too much credit here, I don't want to do too much back patting, but we have been absolutely money on this live stream here on Sundays with the advice. Wouldn't you guys agree?
I feel like we've been doing great. Yeah, we've been doing great this year. We've been giving out good advice. It's good to be back with you guys again. Week 10, double digits, baby.
Yeah.
It's come quick here. I just was talking to my mother a couple days ago, and it's like, oh yeah, Thanksgiving is in less than 2 weeks here. So that's always kind of the start of, you start to see the finish line at that point. But with no further ado here, let's jump into the questions here. We got plenty of them lined up here in the Fantasy Points Discord again. If you want to drop a question, go in there, select Final Points, and drop your question there, and we'll get to it. Okay, Theodore says David Njoku or I almost said Danny McBride, Trey McBride in kind of tight end spot.
I tell you what, I got Danny McBride in the 3rd round in my over 40-year-old actor league, and it was a good pick.
Yeah, he's always a good pick. I enjoy Eastbound and Down and his new one, Righteous Gemstones.
Of course, I forgot the question, so sorry.
It's McBride versus Njoku.
Oh, Njoku. All day.
I'm going McBride. Easy.
Really?
Yeah, Falcons have been they've been a defense we've been targeting against tight ends for years. Kyler Murray's back. Last year when Zach Ertz was in there, I know it's a totally different offense, but 7.6 targets per game. Ertz was the tight end 4 with Kyler Murray in those 9 games. I think Trey McBride is just better than Zach Ertz at this point. I think McBride is like one of the maybe 5 or 6 best tight end plays on the slate.
Yeah, I'll say his yardage prop has also been going up the last couple of days.
Really?
He's about 10 yards higher than Njoku. They're about 43 and 33.
I will say, just to do my input on Njoku, I really do think it's a really tough matchup for the wideouts. He actually does have a really good history in the matchup, averaging 5 grabs a game in his last 3, and they do give up a little bit here to the position.
Yeah, they've been ever since the beginning of the year. They've been kind of getting more designed short screens to him. They've been trying to get him more involved. I guess I'm a little concerned still. He was putting up better yardage without Deshaun Watson in the lineup.
Yeah, Ravens are just not a tight end defense I want to target. Roquan Smith and all those guys are so athletic. They've been so good.
They did trade away DPJ. Our guy Eli Moore is literally worthless. You know what I mean? So by default almost, but I hear you guys. We can move on.
Okay, the Fat Rex Ryan says full PPR needs 2 out of Jacoby Myers, Jake Ferguson, and another McBride question. I think I'm going
McBride again here. I'm going McBride here.
I think I'm going the 2 tight ends. I'm going to bench Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Speaking of props that are dropping this the last couple of days, Jacoby Myers' prop has been falling here.
Yeah,
he's about
Tom, you and I are on Aiden O'Connell unders too. I think that's super sharp. I think you got it. What do we get?
Maybe
it's 208 or 206. I think.
I'm sure Ferguson has a good relationship with Cooper Rush.
We might be seeing some of him. That's a
4th quarter
spread that's been moving up to 17.5, 18 the last time I saw. So
yeah, that's a huge concern for Ferguson today. He might get like 3 targets, but one of them could be in the end zone. That's for sure.
Yes, that's for sure. We go to J. Cole. Okay, that's not a question. Black Mamba 15, Christian Watson or George Pickens?
Oh, Watson all day, baby. All day. That's the guy that I'm going to will to prevalence and relevance today. I'm willing it. Big play. Watson on Levi Wallace for a 50-yard touchdown.
Oh, I would like that. I have a lot of Christian Watson in all my leagues and best ball
due.
teams, and he's due. He is certainly due. That's a defense to do it against. I'll go with you with Watson there. That's close enough for me. I think they've been trying to get these backs a little bit more involved anyway. So it's the Deontay show for the Steelers recently too. So let's go.
Just got picked on a tipped ball.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we've done, this is like our 4th or 5th show this season. We've had games on during. I'm not even watching it. I don't even.
Yeah, I have the stats. I have the play-by-play on my phone next to my.
Well, I got a
refuse to
Hunter
acknowledge
Henry
the second
prop.
half of
Yes.
this game.
I got a Hunter Henry prop as one of my top.
I'm
5
with you,
props.
John. Not a great start. Too much Mike Gesicki in the first half.
Yeah, but it's only over 2.5 catches. He's got 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did the
okay.
yardage. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I did the
catches
catch
is
one.
easy.
I guessed right this time.
You'll get one more catch there.
Yeah.
Sports says, good morning.
Good
Need
morning.
one for
Good.
PPR. Christian Watson, Devin Singletary, and Antonio Gibson. This is one all.
Let's go with not Devin Singletary.
Man, that was a bust last week.
I mean,
I'd go Singletary over Watson and Antonio Gibson though.
well, no, I mean Gibson's been good. He's got what, double-digit points his last 2 games.
I mean, Singletary might
are-
get 15, 16 carries today in all the goal line work. And the Bengals have not been good against the
Well, we're
run.
going with 2. We're getting 2 of these in there, aren't we?
It's
He
one.
needs one.
Oh.
So we got Watson, Singletary, and Gibson. I'm kind of with Graham here with Singletary, just going for the pure ups. Yeah, the touches. This is one of the higher totals on the board as well. So
All right. Yeah, I'll defer to you guys, but man, I mean, last week was brutal. I mean,
Yes.
that was absolute
Well,
brutality.
it was a worst possible matchup. I mean, this is the complete opposite. Bengals have not been good against the run. Singletary stinks. I'm with you guys. But
I've got good
we
karma
chase
with Gibson,
volume.
though. I got good
Yeah.
karma because I have him in my number 1 league, and I literally followed him on the radio on Thursday. So it was like they went from
this
Gibson
is new
to
information that might change our decision here.
Yeah.
No, but I
Followed
listened
him
to a
up on
little bit of the
radio.
interview. He really does seem to be in a great place right now. I mean, they are 6-point underdogs in Seattle, so I really do think he should be like a 7-catch game for him. With those wideouts, with a tough matchup on the outside, he could catch like 7 balls in this game. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I do like him more than usual because of the circumstances heading into this game, and his usage is picking up. But I can't pass over a Devin Singletary who's going to get 15 touches.
Yeah. Hey, real quick Jamar Chase update, if anybody's interested. Zach Taylor said the decision is Chase's. If he can play, he can play. If not, all good. But he went through his warm-ups. He's going to play.
Yeah.
Chase,
If the decision's up to Jamar Chase like literally broke his hip last year and played through it for an entire half. So
that's what I was about to say.
yeah.
Oh, and in that half, Tom, he went 6 for 110 and 2 touchdowns. So
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and
Jamar
if
Chase
he's
is playing.
active. That means the back is no spasms. It's not flaring up.
That's
or they just
hopefully
got him,
nothing.
they've got him juiced up with
Or
the
they
good
juiced
stuff,
him up.
John.
I got to tell you, another one I'm feeling, and I could be crazy, but the guy is showing a pulse. I really like Irv Smith's chances today, believe it or not.
Yeah, they rotated in Tanner Hudson. And
I know.
All three of those tight ends were.
I know, but it's time for them to kind of home in on Irv a little bit and make him a little bit more prominent part of the offense.
Trent Irwin going for about 75 today, probably.
But I mean, if you're coaching the Bengals, wouldn't you want to have a tight end really emerge and be more of a complete?
Yeah, their best one is Tanner Hudson.
Yeah, I mean, Irv has looked pretty weird, like not good.
He looks heavy. He looks heavy.
Yeah.
Jay Peterman says PPR pick 2.
Hey.
We got Zay Flowers, Gabe, Judy, and Njoku.
Elaine, let me tell you about the time I went mountain bike riding.
I'm going Zay for one of these
Zay,
spots.
Yeah, Zay.
And
What's the Gabe meter here this week, John? You're the
Wait, it's right in the middle, man, because Diggs is a little banged up. Probably see Trufant or not Trufant. Oh my God, what's Surtain?
Surtain,
Yeah, another one of those multiple last name corner dudes with the same name. And they play a little bit of man. They're still more zone, but I don't know, man. I'm like so neutral on Gabe. Not the Shakir emergence is throwing me off a little bit.
All right,
well,
so
I think it's Kincaid's emergence is really
Well, that too.
the
Oh
big
yeah,
one.
100%. I
think
mean,
that's the
that
big
was
one.
assumed kind of. It's just that now it's Khalil, Shakir, and him. And
Yeah. I would go Judy.
Yeah, I'd go
Gabe.
Judy.
I have a few teams where I'm playing Judy over Gabe, and I don't feel great about it. That's for sure. But
yeah, he doesn't
I
have
think
the
he projects
easiest
a little
matchup.
better, and
Yeah,
the
he has
Broncos
a
are
little
going to have
tougher
to throw.
matchup in that against Taron Johnson. But yeah,
Yeah,
he
does.
should see some volume, and they should be playing from behind. Ben says, morning, guys. Need 2. James Cook, Garrett Wilson, or Tank Dell. And Tank Dell. Half PPR. So we need 2 out of that. Cook, Wilson, and Tank.
That was
Good
a great
problem to
call
have
by
here.
you guys on Tank last week because I wasn't necessarily. I'm a huge Tank guy, but I wasn't necessarily feeling that last week. So where are you this week?
I'm playing
all
Tank
in.
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing Tank
is,
Dell over Calvin Ridley in the league. Like I'm
Wow.
going Dell.
Yeah, I'm Tank and Garrett for this one.
Yeah,
All right.
same here.
Neil says full PPR. Need a wide receiver between Dell, Dotson, and Goose Egg Gabe Davis.
Well, it's definitely not Dotson.
Yeah, let's go Dell again in this one.
Yeah, Dell for sure here, and he's got one more.
Okay,
B-Rob or Javonte Williams, and I'm playing Javonte Williams.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, such a good spot.
And that's part of my affinity lately for Gibson is tied to B-Rob being pretty sluggish, man.
Yeah, let's go Javonte in that one. Hexamex 615 full PPR. If Chase sits, I need 1 out of looks like Chase is going to play, so I don't even know if we need to do this.
Yeah, Chase is playing.
Brian B, good morning. PPR with Chase iffy. Okay, play him or Dobbs, or we're playing Chase if he plays.
Chase.
Yeah. Dank C says,
let's clear this up real quick. Who are the receivers we're playing over Chase today? Amon-Ra St. Brown, Keenan Allen. That's it.
Yeah,
Brandon Ayuk.
There's not like if we're picking lineups here. I mean, I can't imagine that you have. Better options.
I've just seen a lot of questions in chat. I was just saying, I don't think there's very Stephon Diggs obviously, but like there's
Diggs, Brown, Lamb, Allen, Chase. That's our top 5.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And Michael Pittman at 6, and he got jobbed on a touchdown.
Oh, did he really?
Oh yeah, he freaking scored.
Yeah. They did the push, and then,
we're good though. He's got 6 for 61. We're good.
Okay.
Called it, nailed it.
Dank C says Kyler Murray or Josh Dobbs for this week and the rest of the season. We don't normally do rest of the season questions.
Well, that's an
interesting one.
That's a week to week. We could go like
Dobbs, Kyler rest of the season.
I'm Kyler rest of the season.
That's it for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'm Kyler rest of the season, but I do like Dobbs today. I will.
I'm going Dobbs today.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go Dobbs in that one for this week, and then Kyler for rest of the season. Peterman again says Shaheed or Singletary.
Singletary there.
Yeah, Singletary.
Chris G says Gabe Davis, Jerome Ford, or Singletary.
Ford all day.
I like Ford better out of
all day.
I'd go Singletary, but I'll stay on the island there.
Ford's
that one I'll go Ford there.
Kareem Hunt
has a Ford hater, Graham. You're a Ford hater. Are you a Chevy guy?
No, I'm a Jeep guy.
Okay.
Jeep guy.
Yeah. No, Kareem Hunt just gets all the touchdowns there.
I know, but didn't Scott Barrett always say that targets are worth blah blah blah? I mean, like, so Ford's getting those, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be playing from behind in this game too. Hexamex, that's another Chase one. NYJ Glenn. Good morning, guys. Second quarterback, Jordan Love or Kyler Murray. 4 point for passing touchdowns.
You've been waiting this long to play Kyler Murray, and you've been staring at Jordan Love in your lineup for the first 9 weeks.
Just slowly torpedo right now. Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, you got to play Kyler.
I could see Love having like a 220/2 game.
He does that every week, but somehow he gets to 215, 220 every week. He throws for 60 yards in the first half, and somehow
is he safer than Kyler?
No,
I don't think so. Not in that match. I don't know. I don't. I see 17-14 in that game. That's going to be an ugly ass game.
I mean, it will be interesting to see how much Kyler runs today.
Yeah, quarterback is tricky this week. I mean, it's like, there's a clear top 5 and 6, and then the rest you kind of have to convince yourself on the ceiling. And to me, Kyler still has a really good ceiling in that spot. That game could shoot out too. Tom, you see his prop 27.5.
Who's that?
Kyler.
Oh, his rushing yard.
Pretty strong prop. I mean, that's the same prop as Josh Dobbs. That's pretty strong.
That's
Dobbs. When I looked at that one forever, I should probably hit that because they're playing the Saints. The Saints. I mean, everybody.
Oh, I had that one. I'm going.
Saints
with that.
play a lot of man too.
Yeah, I'm going with that one.
Let's see here. I lost my spot. Kyler versus Russ from J. Cole. Kyler there.
Yeah,
Kyler.
Chris G 12 full point PPR. Sutton, Ford, or Algier?
Ooh, I'm going Ford here. Algier does have a pretty good touchdown chance today, I think, though.
Yes, Arthur loves giving him goal line opportunities.
I mean, at this point, we just have to roll with the punches with this dude.
Oh,
I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I see some people.
We actually have Sutton higher. I kind of like Sutton.
Yeah, it's really close. He's been scoring touchdowns. If you want to play Sutton,
a lot of end zone targets.
If you want to play Sutton and just think, hey, he's got touchdown upside plus Broncos throw it to him 7-8 times, I'm completely fine with that here.
Yeah, I think I'd do that one.
Okay, we'll go Sutton on that one. Islanders 2124 says, who do I bench out of Kirk, Christian Kirk, Deontay Johnson, Hollywood, and James Cook?
Ooh,
that's a tough one.
I might bench Brown out of all these guys. He's got the toughest
me too.
matchup.
Yeah. We don't know exactly
Cook's
what we're going to get.
Floor is so low though, man. I mean, he's.
Yeah, I might sit Cook. I mean, I know this Broncos matchup has been pretty juicy, but
we do have AJ Terrell shadow situation on Hollywood probably.
All right.
Yeah, they move Hollywood around enough, but yeah, I might.
All right, let's sit Hollywood on that one.
Yeah, I like Cook. I like Cook today, man. He's
Brian
good.
B says, if all these Chase, no question. We opened up our chat too early because these questions are for like 9:30. MYJ Glenn, Flex Schultz or Gabe Davis? I think we got to go Schultz here.
Schultz, easy, yeah.
Hardest prop. Holy crap! I was like, maybe I'll be able to get in on that. No, it's at 49 yards. No discount. Schultz? Yeah.
Same as TJ Hawkinson.
I know.
Yeah. Hawkinson's probably lower now.
I was like, maybe we'll open like low 40s and I'll sneak in here. Nope. Dank C says Christian Watson, Kincaid, or Schultz in a half PPR. Now we got a Kincaid versus Schultz.
Kincaid versus Schultz is tight.
It's a half PPR.
I am not sitting Dalton Kincaid against those Broncos linebackers. There's no chance in hell those dudes cover Dalton Kincaid. So no.
But I mean, I will say, Graham, Cincinnati gives up freaking.
They do. It's a great spot for Schultz, but there's like 4 tight ends I'd play over Schultz, and Kincaid's one of them.
I mean, pick a Dalton.
I gotta continue to roll with Kincaid. I mean, he's at least lock him in for 5 catches.
I mean,
today,
Andrews, Laporta, Kincaid. I think that's it. That's your top 3, and then your 4th would probably be Schultz today.
I'm going Dalton.
Okay.
It's close.
All the Daltons. We love Daltons.
Timothy Dalton. I'm going with him in my actor league.
Oh my gosh, the Patriots missed a short field, 35-yard field goal. Oh my gosh. Just catching up on the play-by-play. It appears to be as ugly as it was when I left off from it.
Setting football back just decades here.
I watched the first half and I'm like, I'm done. I'm good. I'll just hang out with you guys. I don't need to pay attention.
The fan pressure continues in Europe.
It continues everywhere. That's why, my brother was texting me this morning. He's like, "Oh, this Europe game." I'm like, every game stinks, man. It's not just because they're in Europe. It's every one of these games.
Everyone stinks.
Yes. Chris G12 says full point PPR. Chase Sutton and Khalil Shakir.
That's how I'd rank them.
Yeah.
Yes. Zach loses. Who do I bench here? Dobbs, Judy, or Pickens? I'm leaning Dobbs here.
I'm leaning Dobbs, man. Yeah. He stinks.
I mean, it's close though between him and Pickens.
Yeah,
Pickens is at least good at football, though.
Yeah, Pickens has already hit 100 yards a couple times, and J. Cole, non-PPR, long TD bonus, 5-point bonus for a 100-yard game. Zay Flowers or Jamison Williams? Let's go Zay Flowers there.
Yeah.
Merlin
Brett likes Zay Flowers here with the single high safety.
Yeah, and Jamison Williams has done nothing. We're not benching him for Zay Flowers.
Yeah, sure.
Merlin, half-point PPR. Drop Jeff. That's a start to pick. Oh, okay. To pick up Gibson. So Gibson versus Kareem Hunt.
I'm playing Hunt.
PPR.
Yeah.
I mean, Hunt's got a better chance to score. I mean, he's getting
Hunt's touchdown chances, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have to go Hunt.
Army.
I do
Army
like it.
Army Stud Muffin wants to know if it's Gabe week. If I bench Gabe, my other choices are McBride, Robinson, or Josh Dotson. Jahan Dotson, I would assume.
Dotson, yeah.
I'd go Gabe there.
I'm playing Trey McBride over Gabe. Easy money.
Yeah, I'll probably go Trey.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Was it PPR or non?
Yeah, PPR.
I mean, McBride's projection today is 5 for 45. I mean, that's
Well, yeah. Sure.
Gabe's
PPR.
floor is 0.
we know all too well there.
No, we have no idea. We really don't. He could come out. He could catch 6 balls. He caught like 9 balls. Like,
well,
3 weeks
I mean,
ago.
John, I was saying it on the show last week. I'm like, man, they might have changed up Gabe's usage. They're giving him some shallower routes, some shallower targets. Nope.
I don't know if they know what they're doing. There's no continuity there.
That offense has the same old offense it's been for the last 4 years, John. It's Josh Allen, hero ball. If Stephon Diggs isn't open, Allen go make a play. Now they got Dalton Kincaid at least. But
yeah, McDermott and that staff, they're not the answer, I don't think.
All right, top of New York says Heineke, Russ, or Deshaun Watson.
Probably go Russ.
I would lean Russ too, honestly.
Russ has been pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not for fantasy, but I think for real life, he's been better than people have given him credit for. That's for sure.
Fantasy's not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
he's running a little more too.
He's running a little.
Years.
It's like a tree that falls in the woods, though.
Buffalo's defense is just falling apart, man. I mean, they just. It's unfortunate. They just have so many injuries.
A pass-heavy script for him.
Russ Wilson, QB 15 right now. Who knew?
That's about where he was drafted. Pick 3. He wants non-PPR. Brian Robinson, Drake London, Ayuk, Gabe, and Lockett. I'm going Ayuk, London, and Lockett there. It's a non-PPR. I don't know if that changes the equation at all.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Okay, Mike 0 or Mike O, a half-point PPR. Jerome Ford, Jordan Addison, and Gus Edwards.
Just one?
I'm going Addison here.
Just one there.
PPR?
Half PPR.
Yeah.
I'm going Addison here. Hawkinson's banged up. Osborne's out.
Yeah,
ball's got to go somewhere.
That is true. We probably should bump up Addison a little
was
bit
out?
here.
Osborne ruled out? When was that?
He hasn't been. I don't think there was any chance he played at all this week. He's been concussion protocol. He got cleared.
Well, I know, but they
said, he got cleared, but they left it up to Osborne, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing." He took a huge hit last week.
I mean, I'm waiting. The inactives come down in 5 minutes, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think he practiced all week.
I think he did. I thought he did Friday.
No, he's out.
Oh. Crap.
For the wins, you guys rock. PPR, need 1 tight end and 1 flex out of Trey McBride, Ferguson, and Jalen Warren. Probably.
I'd go
McBride for sure.
It is close between Warren, though. Warren's got such a good floor. It's just no ceiling.
Yeah, I'm not feeling Warren in this one because I kind of feel like Pittsburgh will have a lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he needs a tight end and a flex. So there you go, McBride and Warren.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 2.
JJ needs 1 for a standard flex dynasty. Javonte, Keaton Mitchell, Calvin Ridley, Gabe, Noah Brown. Calvin Ridley there?
Yeah.
I'd go Javonte for the touchdown chances, but yeah, it's close between him and Ridley.
I'd go Ridley.
Yeah, I'm leaning Ridley there.
No Zay Jones.
JJ says 1 more if you can. Watson versus Keaton Mitchell in a standard league. We're going Watson there.
Watson, yeah.
Real quick, as a reminder, anybody watching, we are free this week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Also, we are doing all of our questions in the Final Points Discord. So if you're posting your question on YouTube, hit up our Discord channel, Final Points. We're in there.
Okay. And from that Discord channel, Alex says Gabe Davis versus Shakir. We're going Gabe.
There, I'm going Gabe.
Gabe, yeah.
Gabe there. Andrew says, which quarterback to stream this week? Purdy, Stroud, or Geno?
I mean, Geno has upside, but he's been so uneven. I go Purdy with Debo back.
I'm not sitting Stroud against the Bengals. Yeah. There's no way. Stroud's the truth, man. I think he's awesome. They're going to have to throw in this spot too. Finally, they went. It was like 11% pass rate over expectation last week.
It's a tough matchup. It's a tough spot for him.
I don't know.
No Nico, but
no Nico.
Yeah, they're probably gonna throw the shit out of the ball. So I'll go with Stroud there. It was close. Good morning, gents. Start Levis, Baker, or Carr.
I kind of like Levis.
Levis is definitely the most upside. That's for sure.
Yeah, Carr. He's gonna loses touchdowns.
Baker's been weirdly good for fantasy though. He just like gets there every week.
It's kind of the same. I mean, they can't run the ball. It's kind of the same stuff last year.
Yeah.
They're just throwing
It's
the
like
ball.
watching paint dry.
Yeah.
And then when it dries, you're like, oh, that room looks pretty good. You know, like his final numbers, it's like watching paint dry. But oh, okay, got 17 points, not bad.
Yeah, and just for anybody out there who's deciding between Carr this week, like don't. Taysom Hill has the touchdown upside and an offense now. I just don't think Carr has much of a ceiling here.
Yeah, Vikings
kind of
blitz
lean
a lot.
Levis here. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Titans have kind of flipped though a little bit there. You know, they used to be a run funnel. I mean, a pass funnel. Now they're kind of a run funnel more than anything. So, and he has a second question here: Pollard versus Saquon rest of season. Pollard
Easy.
Yeah. Saquon's RIP, man. That Giants offense is going to be. I mean, their implied total is now under 10. That game.
Real quick, Tom.
Yes.
Jamar Chase officially active, so you are playing Eam.
All right.
I think we said that earlier. I mean, there's like 4 guys that we play over him.
Oh, just turned our broadcast on my phone by accident.
There it is.
All right. Any other notes there?
I'll keep looking.
Okay.
But there's we're really not waiting on any other late news.
Okay, good. Jay Nizzle says, good morning. Levis versus Watson. I think I go Levis there.
Levis.
Yeah,
I'm going Levis.
Ford versus B-Rob. Ford for me.
Ford.
God, yeah, Ford. It's such a tough matchup for B-Rob.
And then we got
I
Monty.
was just thinking of go ahead.
Monty versus Javonte.
Monty
versus Javonte.
I like Monty.
You gotta play Monty.
Yeah, give me Monty.
Monty's. I was never been a big Monty guy until this year, and I thought he would look good, but he looks better than I thought. Like he looks really freaking good here.
If we can just get him to stay on the field here in the second half. Doc Slice says half PPR. Laporta is my tight end. Needs 3. We got to set a lineup here. Kenneth Walker, David Montgomery, Javonte, James Cook, and Mandrews. I'm going.
He needs 3 of those. So Montgomery for sure.
Montgomery, Mandrews
for sure,
and then Walker.
I think I'd play Walker over Javonte too.
Yeah.
Because
the odd man out there.
DC's defense is bad overall.
GR Bandito or something. Full PPR tight end premium. Start Gus Edwards, Gabe Davis, Kyle Pitts, and Trey McBride.
Okay, well, McBride's a must start for tight end premium today, and then
and we doing Gabe or Gus. I assume Pitts is out of the picture. I guess Pitts is.
I'd play Pitts over Gabe in tight end premium.
It's a tight end. Good point. I forgot the system.
Yeah, God, I'd play Gus and just get 1 more touchdown.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm probably going Gus and Trey McBride in that one.
Yeah. I mean, is Gus due to not score? I mean, he has been scoring a lot.
I think that's the one part of his role he's going to keep. They don't want Lamar running inside the 10. They did that earlier in the year.
Early in the season. Now Gus is clearly taking that role and run with it here.
They've completely flipped that.
Lamar people are pissed.
Yes, they are.
Wait, what, man? Zeke Elliott looks pretty freaking good tonight.
I looked down here. They're literally running it on every play in this game.
Almost.
This is like watching the Penn State game all over again.
Oh my gosh!
Did you watch any of that? Michigan. They didn't complete a pass for the final 37 minutes.
Yeah, that was a pretty brutal watch, Tom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a day of mourning in the house here.
I thought that was a little bizarre.
That was like death by 1,000 cuts there on the ground.
Oh yeah.
I thought the coach crying at the end of the game was a bit much.
Thank you. Because I said the same thing. I was
in defense of Jim Harbaugh too. It was like, all right, buddy.
I
mean, it's not like like he just got
won the national championship
or
something. Won the national championship, come on.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, real quick, we got some Bucks backfield news. Sean Tucker's back, baby. They demoted Keyshawn Vaughn.
They're rotating the chairs. The musical chairs in that backfield.
Rotating the chairs that have 3 legs.
Well, we'll give you another chance here, Sean. Chase Edmonds certainly didn't do it. Keyshawn Vaughn didn't, and you didn't earlier this season, but we'll give you another shot here. Man, what? It's setting up for Rashad, man. He's going to be.
I know.
Could be a league winner. Fingers crossed.
Their schedule gets real easy here in the back.
Yeah, I know.
They got all their hard matchups out of the way. You know?
Yeah, it was very front-loaded schedule in terms of tough matchups. So
Yeah, it's a good thing Rashad really worked up his body and bulked up. Like maybe that's one of the reasons why he's not running quite as well, because he did tell me he bulked up nicely.
he certainly does look a little thicker this year.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is, and he was skinny in the upper body coming out of college. I thought but his pass catching skills, John. I mean, he's awesome.
Elite.
I mean,
I've been putting him in the game hub there. He's like, he has like, if it would continue, he's gonna have the highest catch rate ever for any player.
And I'm on record saying I thought he had some of the best hands I've ever seen. I said this summer, and that's pretty impressive if he breaks that damn record, man.
Yeah.
So
just a couple other minor notes real quick. Trent Williams is going to play. We expected that, so he's back. A little boost for everybody in Niners, especially Christian McCaffrey. And KJ Osborne is out. Coach's decision. So
okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Okay.
He did some work actually, limited. I don't know. The injury was weird this year.
That was a nasty injury. I know. They want to give him a week. Catch your legs back. Yeah, get your legs back under you.
That was brutal.
Yeah,
a little Brandon Powell action.
Yep. they don't have much else.
I mean, if you're the Saints, though, I mean, you're just going to come out and bracket with Lattimore on Addison, and then, I mean, they've got to get somebody else going. Hawkinson's apparently going to be limited today.
Yeah, it sounds like he's going to be kind of a package player potentially. I mean, that's the way Ed Werder was making it sound. We'll see.
Baby, real quick, Glazer report here on Kyler. Kyler has no restrictions today. Not going to wear a knee brace. They're going to let him be the old Kyler. So, 27.5 rushing prop.
Let him run, baby.
Yeah.
Junk Food John says he needs one here. We got Wan'Dale Robinson, Josh Reynolds, Brandon Cooks, or Trenton Irwin. I'll probably go with Irwin here. Just roll the dice. I mean, he has been pretty good when T. Higgins has been out. I mean, these other guys are.
Yeah, Cooks is cooked. Reynolds might be in a rotation today. Is DPJ playing? He had a ribs injury. I need to. Oh, it's
that's
they're in
4 o'clock. So we won't.
Wan'Dale in PPR might get like 7.
That's why I'm like, I'll just shoot for the moon with Irwin. Hope he has a pretty big role. Second question he has: Najee, Javonte, Laporta, Kincaid. Who's he sitting out of that group? It's either between Najee and Javonte, I think. I'm probably playing
I would
Najee
sit
this week.
Yeah.
That's a close one, man.
It is close.
Najee is kind of has a little less to worry about. I mean, what's more of a threat? McLaughlin plus Piron to Javonte or Warren to Najee?
Yeah, I think I'd play Najee over Javonte. I don't feel great, but
yeah, I'm going Najee there. RCS says PPR Hollywood versus Ayuk. We're playing Ayuk
all day.
Yes. Tight end premium, flex, Dobbs, Jonnu, or Conklin.
Give me Jonnu, baby.
I know.
Falcons number 1 wide receiver and number 1 tight end and goal line back.
Gosh,
Swiss Army knife, baby. Jonnu Smith.
H3C Torius says, good morning. 1 point PPR, 0.2 points per carry. Needs 1 for his flex spot out of Gus, Tank, and Gabe. Just Tank for me.
Tank.
Yeah, give me Tank. Yeah.
Tank.
Well, PPR is nice, man. He could catch 6 balls, 7 balls today.
We got a couple questions from Kane. Lawrence versus Carr. Lawrence. Murray versus Carr. Murray. Okay. Jay Nizzle says Christian Watson versus Gabe Davis. I'm going Gabe.
Give me Gabe. Give me the better quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay.
That question's way too long. Hexamex says Zay Flowers, Odell, or Judy in a standard league.
Zay.
Give me Zay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Zay there. John Emp, Ronald Grump, good morning. 1 point PPR. Pick one, please. Jahan Dotson, George Pickens, Jerry Jeudy, JSN, and Trenton Irwin.
Freaking target for Hunter Henry in the end zone. It was a terrible ball.
This game is awful. 7-3 still. Oh my god! What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go for it?
What was that, Mac?
And my mental health is so much better because I don't have it on.
I'm just falling on play-by-play, and it's brutal to watch.
I mean, I'm out here in a Superflex Dynasty FFPC for 30 grand just to win the league. I'm rolling with Fields and Danny Dimes and Mac.
Oh, no.
Okay. I
Oh,
mean,
no.
that is stressful. I've won
Oh,
6
John.
straight with that.
Wow.
If you can
That's a
believe
hell of
that.
the rest of the team you have there.
Yeah, that's
Well, I have Ramondre, who I just saw, I believe, on the sideline, and Johnny Taylor.
The goal line carries here. Okay, so we had Dotson versus Pickens versus Judy versus JSN and Irwin.
I'd lean Dotson, just the volume in Washington.
Yeah, it's been good, and we're going to be probably playing from behind. Oh, they kicked the field goal. Oh,
but the data on Dotson is awful, right? Against zone.
It is. It's not great, but
Well,
it's because he sucked early in the season.
Yeah, he
Well,
was
also
finally
too,
got
the
his legs under him.
But the corners are good. You know what I mean? The actual
Seahawks corners are great.
No, they're
great.
They're really good
ever since week 3.
I mean,
so.
But for this
When
question, I
Witherspoon
mean, we're
got
talking
back.
about George Pickens and Jerry Jeudy, who are like 5 and 6 targets at max. You know.
Yeah, okay. I'm going Judy there though. That's all.
Okay.
I
JT being in H non PPR. He needs 2: Debo, London, and Christian Watson. Debo and London there for me.
Yeah, I like Watson as a little bit of a flyer, long shot guy.
Yes.
I mean,
but not in that.
Not over Debo and London.
Yeah.
Not over London.
No. We got that's Bowl. Hello, gents. Half point PPR needs 2: DK Metcalf, Garrett Wilson, Christian Kirk, and Gabe Davis. Going DK and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
I love Kirk. We love Kirk, but probably those are 2 pretty good matchups for Wilson.
You just can't shy away. You literally are you are required to use DK.
Yeah, you can't take Metcalf out of the lineup today.
I hope we get some still shots of him versus Forbes and just the size difference. I know you guys were talking about that in the matchup podcast on Thursday night. Like, could be upwards of 80-pound difference between those 2 guys. Where are we at here? Showtime has a whole bunch of questions here. We'll fly through them. Jalen Warren versus Shakir in a PPR flex. Give me Jalen.
Yeah, Warren's safer.
I go Warren. Yeah.
You just never know about Shakir.
Yeah. PPR Ingram versus McBride. Now this is an interesting one.
No, there.
This question in a league. I'm going McBride.
That's where I'm going too.
I'm going Ingram.
Okay. PPR running back 2: Javonte versus James Conner. I'm going Conner.
I think you gotta go Connor.
Doesn't sound like there's going to be any kind of limitations for him. It sounded like he was kind of ready, like even last week, and they just
Jonathan Gannon was like, "Yeah, he looks awesome. He looks ready to play this week." So
they shed themselves of 2 different running backs this week, right?
Well, yeah, DeMarcado's out. I mean,
yeah,
Damian Williams, and they cut somebody. Oh, Tony Jones.
Tony Jones.
Cut Tony Jones.
TJT and TJJ.
Tony Jones is on his tour of the NFL to get cut by the most teams.
He's been racking up quite a few jerseys over the last couple of years. Corky Seeds needs 1 flex in a PPR: Watson, Dobbs, or Samuel. This is one we'll go Watson.
Oh, I'm going Watson.
Yeah, for sure we'll go Watson there. RCS says half point PPR needs 1 out of Brian Robinson, Jalen Warren, or Singletary. I'm going Robinson there. I know, Graham, you're kind of in the Singletary camp. Maybe is that over Robinson?
Not over Robinson.
Yeah,
I don't think I can get there.
Nah.
Yeah.
Too much touchdown. Better touchdown upside with Robinson.
Yeah, exactly.
Magic Mark, our guy Magic Mark. Gurus, thanks as always. This is a standard scoring with bonus. Needs a second running back and a flex. So we need to pick 2 out of this group. Pollard, Montgomery, Gus Bus, Jerome Ford. He also has Brees as a running back. And tight end is Njoku versus Kyle Piss.
Oh man,
I'm going definitely Pollard and Montgomery in the first question, and then is it Njoku versus Kyle Piss?
I'm going with not piss,
not piss, not urine.
I think I'm going with Njoku there.
Oh,
I should just start calling him Kyle Piss on the radio and just see if anyone notices.
See if how long until it catches on. I'll go Njoku there. Begrudgingly. Nico says, good morning, gents. 2-part question. Half point PPR. Stroud versus Lawrence.
Give me Stroud, baby.
I like Lawrence.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got to flip it on here in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Taysom versus Ingram for his other spot. I think you got to continue to play Taysom. Until
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
stops.
I mean, at this point, like you literally have to use him until he craps to bed.
Yeah.
So it's like you got Laporta, Kincaid, Andrews, McBride. I'd put ahead of him, but I think Hill's like right there. I mean, he's a top 6 play this week for sure.
Yep, got to continue to roll with him. So we got another one here with him. Kane says 1 point PPR, Calvin Ridley or Taysom Hill. This is one
I think I'd go Ridley here,
I'd
full
go Ridley.
PPR.
Yeah, full
Because
6 balls. Yeah.
Starting Taysom Hill over like a guy like Ridley is that's just dirty.
Yes, it doesn't feel.
You think
right.
you're pissing off the fantasy gods by doing that one?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think you are.
Yeah, you're tempting the god.
I'm fine playing them over these scrub tight ends, but
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley, that's a bridge too far for us.
Yeah.
Top of NY says half point PPR, Bijan versus Singletary. All right, we're staying with Bijan.
Has it gotten
This
that
is how
for
bad it
Bijan?
is, though. Poor Bijan.
I drafted 0 Bijan, so I
don't
feel
have-
for anybody who
I
is
never
in
took
this
him either.
spot.
I just have a
but-
few best ball
yeah.
leagues. That's about it. That's no real ownership there. Any chance you'd bench Pollard for Javante? No, we're not
Ooh.
in this matchup for Pollard too. They're going to score at least 4 touchdowns in this game. So
I can't wait
Yeah.
to see how Tony Pollard gets cucked today, though. It's gonna be great.
Dowdle coming at the goal
Oh
line.
yeah.
Get him.
No, Deuce Vaughn's going to score
Turpin.
2 because his name's Deuce.
Yeah. Bubble says Bubble 2255 half point PPR McLaurin versus Irwin versus Gibbs. So man, McLaurin or
McLaurin.
Gibbs here.
Oh,
I don't like McLaurin.
Yeah, I might go Gibbs.
I'm going Gibbs.
I'm going
I
to go
might go
Gibbs as well.
Gibbs.
That's been a pretty good matchup for running backs getting
Yeah,
receptions.
Gibbs.
And
Yep.
I think they got to keep him involved. He's also starting Montgomery. If that changes anything, it does not for me because I
No,
think
that backfield could score 40 fantasy points combined today.
it's
you know?
got a nice 48-point total in that game as
Yeah.
well. Vermin says half point PPR needs 2. JSN, Judy, and Singletary.
What's the guy's name? Vermin?
Vermin Supreme.
Oh.
He's a Vermin Supreme.
You know when this certain player had a couple bad years after like showing well, I used to call him Vermin Davis.
I thought you were going to go Vermin Thomas, but that
no, Vermin Davis.
Vermin
though.
Davis.
Anyways,
Yes,
I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember that one. So what are we doing here? JSN, Judy, or Singletary? I'm probably going the receiver.
I go Judy.
Yeah, I'd go receivers here.
Singletary or JSN. Or what are we doing there?
I would play JSN over Singletary.
I kind of
honestly.
like JSN.
Yeah.
All right, let's go JSN. Half
Yeah.
point PPR kind of changes the math a little bit, but
Singletary. The only reason we're on Singletary today is because the Texans' offense could score 3 touchdowns and Singletary could fall his ass into the end zone once or twice. You know,
Yeah.
that's the entire thesis.
I mean, we were
Herbie-
right last week about the workload, but
Yeah.
you got to actually
Did
do
nothing.
something with
Yeah,
those
he's not good.
touches.
Herbie Juan Kenobi says Guten Tag, fellas. Need 3 in a half point PPR. Najee, James Cook, Addison, Ford, or the Taysom Hill.
Oh God.
Addison,
Addison for sure. The
Naj?
Taysom Hill.
the Taysom Hill, and Najee, or
Yeah.
I think Najee's
Not
Najee or who?
Cook.
James Cook or Jerome Ford for that other spot.
Oh,
I'm going Najee.
Najee has the best touchdown chance of the running backs. So
yeah.
All right, Jason Hansen, our John's relative here. Jason Hansen. Good morning.
Our cousin Jake Hansen is inactive, FYI.
Oh no.
oh no.
Good morning. PPR needs 1 tight end and 2 flex out of Jerome Ford, Jordan Addison, Tank Dell, Christian Watson, Mike Wilson, Njoku, and Pitts.
Oh God.
Addison
Dell.
for sure, Dell for sure, and then we need a tight end out of Njoku and Pitts.
Oh, and Njoku. There you go.
And then
I'm going
Njoku.
Njoku.
I'm playing Njoku over Pitts for sure.
All right, here's one. Psych says Kincaid versus Hawkinson.
Give me
Let's
Kincaid.
go.
Kincaid with the news
Yeah.
today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Psych. No.
No, I mean,
Hawk scares me a little bit.
What if it
today.
was everything was equal going into today and Hawkinson wasn't banged up? I think we'd probably have to go Hawkinson there. But
If Hawk wasn't banged up, he's like the best tight end play on the
Yes.
slate, but he might be really limited today. He's been dealing with a couple of injuries. He had a foot injury, a ribs injury. He's really beat.
yeah, I remember him leaving for some time in that 49ers game on Monday
He's
Night
really
Football
beat
a
up.
couple weeks ago too.
Yep.
So I mean, he gets 10 targets a game. So yeah, he's taken a beating so far this year.
The Saints have been a little giving to tight ends this year too.
Yeah, all of a sudden, the last couple of weeks.
And
Sykes.
Dobbs does love. We're talking him out of it, but Dobbs does love throwing to the tight end.
He does. We're going Kincaid. We're going Kincaid.
And we're going Kincaid.
Yes. Now we got another one with Kincaid here. H3C Torius says a half point PPR, which it does change the math here a little bit. Andrews versus Kincaid. This one with a half PPR, I think I got to go Andrews there.
Yeah.
It's full PPR would be much closer, but I think Andrews still, if it was a full PPR.
I mean, the guy did score 2 touchdowns against his defense like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's the only tight end who's done anything against them all year too.
Yeah.
General rule of thumb: don't sit Andrews is a pretty good way to live here. Fantasy Turtle says half point PPR flex needs one out of this group: Jaden Reed, Tajay Spears, Keaton Mitchell, or Jamison Williams. This is one of those you spent some money on Keaton Mitchell this week.
Yep. Play him.
Go for it. See
He's
if
got
he
the most
breaks
upside.
another long one. Yep. Most upside out of this group.
Agreed.
We're getting 5 points out of all these guys. Maybe Mitchell breaks off a long run here. Magic Mark
5 points
again.
for Jamison Williams would be like an absolute best case scenario.
Yeah, that's true. Jamison Williams is either 0 or like 12 because he catches a 60-yard touchdown pass. But Magic Mark says Purdy versus Stroud. We had this one earlier.
I'm going Purdy. You guys are going Stroud. Right?
I'm going Stroud. Yeah.
Top of NY says pick 2: David Montgomery, Rashad White, Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison.
Oh man,
Deontay and Rashad White, to me, it's close, but I mean, kind of not though, because Rashad is catching 3 balls every game.
Rashad is a must at this point.
I agree with Deontay too. By the way,
yeah. Deontay's looking.
Jair Alexander.
Deontay looks great, man. He looks great.
May not even play.
What if he had a quarterback? Like, what if Kenny Pickett could
throw
throw over the middle?
I know. Oh, he is always open.
Well, actually, I guess Jair is active. But he had. He's inactive.
No, he's out. Yeah, he's been out.
Yeah. Right.
Talking like he'll miss. Notorious Max says 10-team non-PPR. Brian Robinson versus Jordan Addison.
Give me. I played B-Rob, but man, I don't feel good about it. B-Rob's got the better touchdown chances and not.
Yeah. Addison's been pretty good in that touchdown department this year. He probably has more than him. I'm going Addison.
Yeah.
Hexamex, Trevor Lawrence versus Dak. I'm riding with Dak. Hopefully his defense doesn't score 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
He could come out and like chuck 3 tutties in the first half and go.
Yeah, that's it. I think the only thing preventing him from doing that is if DeVito gives them a couple defensive touchdowns.
It's in Dallas.
Yeah, let's go Dak. Let's ride the Dak train here. It's been pretty good recently. Fantasy Turtle needs 2 wide receivers out of Jaden Reed, Zay Flowers, and Gabe Davis. We're not playing Jaden Reed here. Flowers and Davis. Yoruga says PPR, Jerome Ford or Brian Robinson?
Ford all day.
Ford and PPR, yeah. Get those
Ford
5 or 6 dump offs, hopefully.
All right, now here we go. That's bull. Half point PPR. Taysom Hill versus McBride.
I'd go McBride. But I totally understand if you want to play Taysom, play that touchdown chance.
Yeah, man, you are. I thought I was a big McBride person, but I guess I'm just thrown off by the quarterback change and Kyler's first game. I do love me some McBride as a general statement.
I think I'd go Taysom in this one. It's with a half point PPR too. I think that moves it a little bit for Hill for me in this one.
Fair enough.
Cronenberg says, good morning. PPR, James Cook or Tank Dell? I'm going Tank in that one.
Yeah, I do like Cook, but Tank is the man.
Tank has the upside in that. Kayshon Boutte with a catch. What the hell's going on in New England?
Yeah, Boutte.
Boutte.
Got to get him out there.
I tried to do a whole thing with him at the combine. I'm like, yo, man, is it bootay? Is it booty? We can work. You know, I'm sure he's heard it a million. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah.
He wanted no part of it.
He's just like, it's booty, man. It's booty. I'm
It's
like, cool.
booty.
That's like when somebody says, "Hey, did you know your last name rhymes with Garfield?" And it's like,
No, really.
never
That's
heard of that
breaking
one
news.
before. Oh, thank you.
But I mean, like, he should be used to it because that's quite the name. I mean,
It is. It really is.
We got Ferguson versus Njoku for the second part of Cronenberg's question.
I'm going
Njoku.
Ferguson here.
Yeah, I'm going.
Really?
Just more touchdown potential there in Dallas.
Yeah.
Steve says, good morning. Needs 2 running backs. James Cook, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, and James Conner.
Damn, flex on him, Steve.
Whew.
I mean, I think you probably just go Henry and Jones there, right?
Yeah. Henry's basically the same play as James Conner. You're just playing the volume and praying for a touchdown. I think Aaron Jones is a must play this week, though.
Okay, let's go Henry and Jones on that one. We did that one earlier, Cronenberg. Morning, guys. Which 3? Gabe, Jalen Warren, Zay Flowers, and Shaheed. So who sits out of that group?
I would say Shaheed.
Yeah.
Oh, did Henry just miss a ball? Yeah. Damn it.
I see. Yeah, Gabe, Warren.
Oh, that wasn't his fault.
Wait, so he's got 3. So we got to sit 2 of those guys. Flowers, Warren.
No, he needs 3, and we got 4
I see.
players listed there. So I'm sitting Shaheed there.
Sorry. Ignore me.
Purple Snake says Shaheed, Jameson, or Dobbs. Massive points for big plays. Needs 2.
Shaheed, well, you know Romeo Dobbs isn't getting you a big play, so cancel him out.
Touchdown or bust with Dobbs. But it's also Jameson Williams.
I'd play Shaheed.
Well, it's Shaheed for sure. He needs 2 of them.
Oh, shoot. Sorry.
If it's big points for big plays, let's roll the dice with Jameson Williams.
Yeah. Brett did say he's come really close to some big plays lately.
Yeah, maybe out of the bye here. This was where we all anticipated him to potentially be the guy, you know, when he had initially had the 6-game suspension. So maybe this week 10, they can get him going here. Thank you, Tom, the Team Cobra representing here. Top of NY, PPR, pick 2, Monty, Deontay, Ayuk, Ridley, and thanks and have a great day, says Top of NY. So Monty, Deontay, Ayuk, and Ridley.
Jeez.
I know. Deontay.
How about Ayuk?
I can't sit Ayuk.
Yeah,
I can't sit
Deontay and Ayuk.
Yeah, Deontay and Ayuk. YROC21 says Dobbs or Kyler. 6 points for rushing and passing.
It's kind of ironic.
Yeah,
man, I go Kyler with that Glazer report. Honestly, I think his ceiling at worst is like top 6, and I mean the floor is obviously low.
And we know Dobbs is that receiving core is pretty banged up here this week.
Yeah, right. Tough matchup too.
Let's go Kyler there. Also, Skank wide receiver 3 PPR Rondale Moore or Brandon Powell.
Now that is skanky.
That is skanky. If Rondale Moore is involved in the question, it is skanky.
We have the slot corner out for Atlanta.
I can't put Rondale Moore in a lineup.
Freaking Rondale.
I can't put Rondale Moore in a lineup.
All right, fine.
We're going Powell with everybody banged up in Minnesota. Maybe he gets 3 for 30. Good morning, says Chuck Gruden. We got Kincaid versus Laporta. He also is starting Amon-Ra and Montgomery.
I'm going Laporta.
You're still going Laporta.
Yeah, I got Laporta.
He's starting half the Lions. In the
if you're starting half the Lions, and I usually don't care about that.
No,
just give me the better team. But in this situation, I think you could play Kincaid, so I'm good with that.
You could. I mean,
it's close.
Man, Laporta's.
They're both in the nuts
better.
Matchups.
Yeah.
They both have nuts matchups. So
yeah.
All right. Top of NY points per completion league. Burrow versus Geno. Asking due to the Cincinnati injury situation.
They do have a multitude of receivers though who are decent. Like I would still.
Geno gets the nuts matchup here though.
Yeah, but man,
you can't seriously entertain playing Burrow over Geno, right? Or Geno.
I'm definitely. We're going Burrow here.
We're going
come
Burrow.
on. Yeah, come on.
Burrow's playing great here. Especially points per completion league. They've been
Chase is playing. You're not benching Burrow.
That's Bull. 1 out of Gabe Davis, or Steve Terrifica.
Go with Steve.
Yeah, Steve, for sure in that one. Nico says, good morning, gents. 2-part question, half point PPR. Stroud versus Lawrence.
We've had this a few times. John says Lawrence. John says Lawrence, which scares the shit out of me. And Tom and I said Stroud. So
yeah, we got Taysom versus Evan Ingram here.
Oh,
I think we had this earlier too. I think we said Taysom.
Yeah, I'm going to half point PPR. Kind of swings it to Taysom as well.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Sorry, I was checking the
play.
This really could
ball out a little here.
This could be the spot where Trevor Lawrence finally gets 25 points, though. I mean, that game really could be back and forth. This is a really good spot for him. So
looking forward to that game. I love how all the 1 p.m. games are pretty decent, and we got nothing in these standalone game spots.
Go for a walk this afternoon. Take the dogs out.
No, I mean the 1 o'clock games are great. We got
no. I know that for the
evening. Yes, the evening games.
Sorry, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're Denver. You got that mountain time. Yeah, your time is all different out there. Keno says, Gabe Davis or Najee PPR. Najee there. Yep. Yeah. He says nut cutting time. We got Gabe Davis versus Brian Robinson.
I'd go Gabe there. Maybe
I'd go B-Rob just because he's not going to get you 0. I mean, he does have He does have touchdown chances too.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'll change my answer to the freaking B-Rob.
Let's go B-Rob. JWR Spine says standard scoring: sit 1, Saquon, Brees, Rashad, Monty. I think I'm
good lord,
Saquon.
I think,
yeah.
I think
how do you have all these players? Did you draft any wide receivers this year?
Yeah.
yeah. Saquon. Taysom versus Laporta. I'm going Laporta.
Laporta easy, yeah.
I think Rashad White is going to go down as the value running back pick of the year.
Certainly looking that way.
He already kind of has, I think. That whole pocket. I mean, if Connor can come back and pop, that pocket kind of looks
really nice right now.
I've officially
even
announced,
a guy like Pacheco's been pretty good in that
Pacheco's
range.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
never drafting running backs early again. Just wait until DVS says Sam Howell versus Justin Herbert in a 6-point TD league.
Oh, I mean, I can't do Howell. I know Howell last week. I was skeptical and he was good, but no, I can't do it.
Yeah. I think this is the spot to get off of Howell.
Yes. And he has another one here. Half-point PPR. Christian Watson versus Gabe, Jake Ferguson, and Brian Robinson. He needs 2.
I'm going Watson.
All right. Watson and then
Gabe.
B-Rob.
Yeah.
In the half PPR.
I regret giving any love to B-Rob. Too many people have
B-Rob. I have him a couple legs, and every week I begrudgingly put him into the lineup. It's like, oh God, I hope he gets 12 points.
I guess because what Graham said, like if we're going B-Rob versus Gabe, at least B-Rob won't get a goose egg.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mac Jones. What in the world was that?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not caught up to that. I see Zeke for -2. That's shocking. So I guess that's the next play coming. For me. Was it a Hunter Henry target or?
I think it was.
Kicked off. No, it's Gesicki. It says on the play.
Oh, it was Gesicki. Okay.
Mac.
I mean, I don't even know what happened.
Well, he targeted Mike Gesicki.
Did it get hit?
Start to explain it.
Did it get tipped? I don't even know, man.
We got Kyler versus Hal from a bougie redneck.
Bougie redneck. Great one. Best screen name of the morning. Cap tip to you. I'd go Kyler. Yeah, I'd go Kyler.
Good about Kyler here. Yeah. Herbie Wan has another one. Needs 2 half-point PPR. Gabe, Addison, Singletary, and Pickens. Addison for sure.
Yeah, Addison for sure. And then I would play Singletary and hold my nose.
Yep. Plug it and pray and do whatever else you need to do. Great Scott. We got Big Poppy back in the house. The fan impression is real. Yes, it is. We got 16 points currently in Germany right now.
I mean, Mac Jones is just getting the living shit beaten out of him back here tonight. Sorry.
Full PPR, Devontae Adams versus Hollywood Brown.
Oh, God.
I'd play Adams and just. I mean, I can't.
Open pray.
Yeah, I don't know if I could play Adams. Like,
has there been a bigger fantasy team killer than Devontae Adams at the top of drafts this year? Whew.
Non-injury related?
Yes,
maybe Bijan. Honestly, Bijan and Adams were kind of close.
They were kind of close. I mean,
Bijan at least like.
Bijan's, I guess I don't have any Bijan, so maybe I just don't. Yeah. I don't feel it as much.
If you drafted really well, though, you could still be really good with Bijan. You know,
receiver's been a lot harder. If you took Adams over AJ Brown, you're
receiver, right? We do the waiver wire every week. There's like literally nobody at wide receiver on the waiver wire every goddamn week. It is incredible.
I'd play Adams over Brown.
Yes. All right, we'll go Adams there. Man. Should I trade Adams? I mean,
if you can, sure. This is the all-time low, but
I mean, I don't know who's trading for him right now, but if you can get something for him, maybe it's the time to do it.
That was my number one avoid, pretty much.
I took him in a guillotine leg, and that's like about it. That's the only thing I had.
That's one of those deals where like he starts going off, and like, oh crap.
Yeah,
but I mean, you got to realize you made the call for the
He had a nice long term opening month.
Yeah.
Strees says, need a guru rankings tiebreaker. Trevor versus Kyler. Guru has them tied for 8th this week.
Well, it's going to be Kyler because you guys are going Kyler.
We're going Kyler, but you've been Lawrence.
Oh my God. Was that Downs? Yes, it was. What a freaking baller. He just won him the game.
What'd he do?
I mean, it was a full extension dive on a prayer ball.
Guy can barely walk. Didn't even practice this week,
good,
and he's a tough son of a gun.
And he is a great kid. Amazing kid, man. I know I probably say that every week, but he is awesome.
Right. 30. Okay. Wow. Jeez, this game's
all right. We got a few more here, boys.
Yeah, we'll finish strong here. Maybe we'll watch the final two. Maybe. I don't know if we want to do that or not. Okay. Strees has 2 more. Needs 2 desperation plays. Dobbs, Noah Brown, and the Gus Bus. Well, definitely the Gus Bus.
Yeah, I'd play Noah Brown over Dobbs too.
Yeah,
I actually kind of like Noah Brown today, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, you think? Yeah, he'll probably play out in the perimeter a little
Woods
bit.
Is dust. Woods is dust. That's what we've heard. He's coming off a foot injury.
Stick Woods on Mike Hilton and let him just get evaporated, and then we'll have Noah Brown and Tank Dell do all the work. Yoruga says London versus Dotson.
London.
We'll
London
there
for sure. Yeah.
All day.
K Nessel, flex spot, half point PPR. Tank Dell, Gabe, or Madison. Well, Gabe is out.
I think you have to go Madison.
I mean,
he's
going to get every touch.
Touch.
I'm playing Dell over Madison.
Yeah.
The answer to or Alexander Madison has been the other guy every single time. Literally.
Not last week, though. I mean, didn't he score last week?
He did have a score last week, but he had the classic Madison, 16 carries for 40 yards, baby.
That was probably, he only probably scored because I was going up against him in the ACI.
Yeah. Where were we? Lord Finesse, Olave versus Hollywood Brown.
Oh, Olave, no question.
Olave.
Yeah,
none.
Yeah, it's a really tough spot for Hollywood today. Really, I think it's a really tough spot. Yeah. Then Purdy versus Lawrence.
Lawrence. I'm going Purdy there.
Yeah, I'm going Purdy too. It's close.
Yeah,
it is really close though.
Top of NY, McBride versus Pitts. I think we're going McBride on that one. And then PPR, Logan Thomas versus Hawkinson.
Yeah,
I'll stick with Hawkinson.
Yeah, this is where we stick with Hawk for sure.
Yep. We got Amari Cooper versus Tank Dell. Steve says,
"Ooh,
it's ballsy."
Close. I think I'd go.
I could see Cooper being Amari Pooper in this.
I think I'd go Dell.
I think I'll go Dell as well.
Yeah.
I got this question earlier. I said Dell, so probably
if we get this right, we're gonna put out this video clip for sure because that's
Amari Pooper. Levis versus Howe. RRWS12 asks. I would go Howe on this one.
Yeah, I think you go Howe. I think you lean on a body of work there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I've made this call in a league, and I'm playing Howe too. It's close, but yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps it up. We got through all the questions. Thanks for joining us on this free preview. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. I don't know if we are currently running any deals. It's already like marked half off. So
yeah, we're half off. We can't mark it down even more.
Yeah,
I
mean,
think John would
crap.
John and all of us would not be happy if we marked it down.
Yeah,
my wife
crazy.
and my wife and family are up in Boston looking at 2 colleges. They're going to cost me like literally $750,000.
We're raising prices.
So please subscribe. Use promo code Gorific25.
If you want John's kids to get through college, please subscribe.
Actually, before we go, I do have a line of question. I am in a 14-team skank league.
All right.
I started Hunter Henry, and he's not doing
nothing.
well. For the flex, I don't need a lot of points. My opponent's got some bye week issues. I have Kurt Samuel, or I could go AJ Dillon, or, and this is ridiculously hard, I could go Gerald Everett, or I could go Brandon Powell, but I already have Addison, or I could go frickin' Irv Smith.
I think I'd go Samuel. It is a good matchup. Seahawks are a little giving to slot receivers, but
they are, and I would have. That would be the slam dunk.
And he's shown at least some upside this season. He's
but I get it, John. He might be limited off that toe.
I for sure. And Pringle and Crowder have played decent when he's out, so they could play him 40%.
That is a freaking quagmire, isn't it?
Man,
maybe I just go.
I mean, I don't like any of the other options, so I'm going Curtis Samuel.
All right. Yeah. I'll listen to the grinder and Graham on this one.
We'll pray for you tonight. Maybe 6 points might do it for you out of that group. It might be all you need out of that one.
There's some teams. I got some teams that look absolutely terrible this week.
Off week. We had the Eagles, we have the
Chiefs,
Dolphins, and Dolphins on bye, and the Rams. I mean, they've had some fantasy relevant guys, so this is just an absolute. Yeah, I mean, we saw the questions today. It's a tough week out there. Hopefully, everybody survives. Go watch the end of this game if you dare, or maybe just wait till 1 o'clock. There's
get Hunter Henry get a catch over here.
Yeah, maybe Mac will get him a ball here. So let's wrap it up. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this free preview. And if you have, join us again next Sunday at 11 a.m. for the Week 11 version of Final Points.